Harper and Harper Audio present My Weird School Special. I'm a Poet and I Know It by Dan Gutman. Performed by Maxwell Glick. To Davis Rogers. 1. Penguins don't recite poems. My name is AJ. And I hate poetry. There, I said it. This whole mess started on the first day of April. You know what that day is, right? April Fool's Day. On April 1st, you can't believe anything anybody says or does because they're probably pranking you. Our teacher, Miss Banks, pulls pranks every day of the year. You can read about her in a book called Miss Banks Pulls Lots of Pranks. We knew she was going to try something on April Fool's Day, so I was on my guard. You can never tell what Miss Banks is going to do. "Good morning, everyone," she said as we walked into the classroom that morning. We put our backpacks into our cubbies. No prank. We pledged the allegiance. No prank. We did word of the day. No prank. Everything seemed completely normal, but we all knew it was just a matter of time until Miss Banks would try to trick us. She's a master of pranking. I was on to her, though. She was just keeping us in suspense, waiting until we least expected it. Then, at the perfect moment, she was going to surprise us with the prank of the century. "Let's open our math books to page 23, Miss Banks said. I looked at Ryan, who will eat anything, even stuff that isn't food. Ryan looked at Michael, who never ties his shoes. Michael looked at Andrea Young, this annoying girl with curly brown hair. Andrea looked at Emily, her crybaby friend. Emily looked at Neil, who we call the nude kid, even though he wears clothes. Neil looked at Alexia, who rides a skateboard all the time. We were all looking at each other. I finally asked Miss Banks, "Aren't you going to prank us?" "Don't be silly," she replied. "Why would I do that?" And you'll never believe who walked through the door at that moment. Nobody! You can't walk through a door. Doors are made out of wood. But you'll never believe who walked through the doorway. It was Ms. Coco, the gifted and talented teacher. That doesn't mean she's gifted and talented. It just means she teaches kids who are gifted and talented. Andrea and I are the only ones in the class who are in the G&T program. Don't ask me how I got in. The only talent I have is making farting noises with my armpits. But the whole class had to take a test, and Ms. Coco decided I was gifted and talented. I hate being gifted and talented. I don't want to be a G&T nerd like Andrea. I wish I was in the U&U program. Ungifted and untalented. Anyway, Ms. Coco came into the class. She was holding a book in her hand. "Ms. Coco," Miss Banks said cheerfully, "to what do we owe the pleasure of your company?" That's grown-up talk for, "What are you doing here?" "Guess what?" Ms. Coco asked. "Chicken butt!" we all shouted. Whenever somebody asks, "Guess what?" you should always shout chicken butt. That's the first rule of being a kid. "As you know, today is the first day of April," announced Ms. Coco, "and April is National Poetry Month." Oh no, not that. Poetry gets a whole month? Not fair. I wouldn't give poetry 5 minutes. How come there's no National Video Games Month? It would be cool to play video games all month at school. "And I wanted to tell you," Ms. Coco continued, "that this year Elementary School is going to have a school-wide poetry contest. Isn't that exciting?" "What?" "Ha! Nice try, but I'm not
Sample complete. Ready to continue?